want, and then again it becomes God complex right after that. If you want to know any field, just ask me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Dude, you're confusing yourself with your chat GPT. Like, you're not that. Please come close to your mic.
Yeah, you're really low. You gotta leave and come back.
I think close out mic.
Yeah, you gotta close out the app. You gotta close out the app and come back.
So Miguel has changed really.
I don't know.
Miguel believes whatever ChatGPT tells him.
Yesterday he was jihadist, by the way. The day before that he was Messiah. The day before that Jesus was Lord.
It's kind of confusing, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little confusing, but I try not to keep up with it. He has me unblocked, so I'm a little happy about that. At least I can go in and listen.
Yeah, today Mark was inviting him. Also confused me. Come join. It's like, you guys are useless. What do you guys discuss?
Not for nothing, but I got love for the kid. I don't know why. I just do. I always do. Can't give up on him. He looking nervous. He didn't give up on me. Why should I give up on him?
His interest in me is just purely sexual.
Is he? Oh my gosh, Narvis. Really?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that like? What is that like? I don't even know what that's like.
It's
To
just
look at Nargis like that.
I would never sleep with him. He's asking David, who's drunk all the time, who has some sort of inheritance, to buy him some North Face clothing. The dad was there for like $700 or something. And then he's telling him to deliver it to my place. So he can't pick it up. All excuses. I said no.
That's more than love.
That's weird, though.
Yeah, but you coddle him, so things you don't mislead him.
I don't coddle him. I told him
Yes,
anytime
you do.
I told him he bores me.
You do.
No, I don't. It's boring, man. It's too boring. Been there, done that. Like, what is it? अरे बोलो ना. हाँ. Yeah, I know. There's a kid called Last Supper. Do you know him? He's like an apologetic. He's a debater.
I guess.
He's cute.
He comes in hot.
He's such a cute kid.
Hot in every room, though, so.
He's so sweet, man. He was saying, like, say this prayer in the morning. I said, okay, after I chant my mantras and I have performed my salah, I will chant it. He said, you shouldn't do the other two. Those are paganistic. He said, you can't do your rosary in the morning. He was so shocked at the combination of these different, like, practices. He said, those are false. Mine is true.
He's turned Catholic, right?
Yes, he's doing Catholic. So sweet.
That happened the other day. We were in the other room with the body. He just comes in and it's just like instant 100 miles an hour debate. Is that when that happened? yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yes.
I mean, he's alright, I guess.
He's realizing how much of a heretic I am. Like he wants me to follow the book. That's how I know like he's a new Christian. I'm like, well, I've been following the book for so long, it gets boring. I'm like, nah, I want to change it up. I want to talk about different shit.
You hate saying that. I mean, all positions which are like not fundamental.
Correct.
I don't know why
Because I'm stuck. I'm stuck. My indoctrination fucking puts me back in that scene all the time. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know any other way. I don't know. I try to think outside the box a little bit, but it gets a little tough.
You're so open though. Like compared to the freaking dogmatic theists or indoctrinated theists. You're open in the sense that like you'll take new philosophy within the box.
Yeah. It's not easy to. It's not easy to think about something different. Reaching for what?
LSF too would be like a free thinker. Like he's open.
Yes.
Eternal truth, bro.
I think everybody holds to like two views, though, that are contradictory. I was thinking about that the other day.
No one does. No one does. A contradiction is a strong word. It's P not P.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so it's not even like dialogism or paraconsistency where you're saying there's some harmonious contradiction, right? You're saying it's a true contradiction.
Yeah.
Like what and what? Like God and no God? That is a true contradiction.
Well, in order.
Proposition and its direct negation.
Yes. Yep, it's the complete
I'll
opposite.
tell you about this conversation.
So I have an idea in my mind and I run out of words to say, and then I start to like say what it's not, but then still saying what it is. So it's like you've run out of words to say, and then you just start picking away at your own model, right? And you're like, oh, well, I don't need that, but that might be necessary. But I'm trying to describe it without that, whatever that is.
Yeah. Now I know that negation theory, it's not this, therefore it is that.
But when you say it's that, it's the complete opposite, right?
No,
So
when
we're
you
saying-
say that, then you're saying it is.
Okay, I'll give you an example, like, right? So a lot, this comes up a lot in the conversation we have. what do you call it? With Muslims, where Jesus is that the, the visible the visible representation of the invisible. We're saying he's in creation and he's out of creation. The Father is only out of creation. And the Spirit is also both. The Son used to be in creation, now he's no longer in creation.
Yeah.
But he's still in creation as the Spirit.
Yeah, correct.
So it's just like, it kind of sounds like you're saying the opposite, right? But you're saying
It
he's
sounds
both.
like you're saying the opposite, but you're saying one of them is true. You're saying one is ontologically true, the other perhaps is like I said, the illusion of that thing, the effect of that cause. But the cause is what is real. The cause is necessary. The other it exists because the cause exists. So in one sense, they're not true contradictions again. It's my reflection in the mirror is not me, and yet it looks exactly like me. It is me in one sense, and it is
Not exactly
not me
like
in another
you.
sense.
Doesn't look exactly like you.
Well,
Oh my
Narjas,
God.
you know,
Yes!
they say that I am is a polishing cloth for the mirror. It's a tool
I was just talking about
to
it.
clean your mirror.
Correct, I was just talking about it.
It is and it isn't.
So in one sense it is, in one sense it's not. I hold to that a lot to explain most things. It is an honest way of doing things, boss.
No, that's why I can understand like you're using negation. I understand that point of it. I get that.
Most honest philosophers have held to that, according to me.
Oh, most of our great philosophers start with a thesis and then debunk it.
Yes.
If you were to ask someone, are they polytheists? If you were to ask a Christian or a Muslim or a Jew, they would say, yeah, absolutely, they're polytheists. And then you would say, are they devil worshippers? And then most people would say, yes, they are devil worshippers. And then if you were to ask, are the Hindus, monotheists, or do they believe in the one God? People would be like, no, absolutely not. They're polytheists. And then if you were to read Hindu scripture, you'd be like, oh, they do believe in the one. It's a philosophy, meaning that there's one truth, one love, one embodiment. And, most people think the great God is going to come from the sky, take away everything, and make everybody feel high. But if you know what your life is worth, you will seek it here on earth. And now you know the truth of the earth. So stand up for your right. It's time to party, everybody.
Stand up for your right.
I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm a polytheist, right? But it does feel like sometimes there could be something greater we just don't know about. That's why sometimes that demiurge sort of idea makes sense. It's just the God of this world. But is it the real God?
Well, God has two names, Master of the Earth, King, Lord of the Earth, or Master of the Universe. Pick or choose your pleasure. Which one's it going to be? Is it going to be astrological and solar? Or is it just going to be earthy, and natural? I mean, it's so easy to forget about 2.5 billion people, isn't it? But, the Chinese and the Hindus, they're real, and they're not sitting there talking about the Quran or Jesus 24/7. It's not even in their fucking dictionary.
No, that I get.
Sorry, Mike.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just it's better that way. He doesn't want to fix it. That's fine.
Megatron, you were in some crazy rooms this morning.
Oh, me?
Yeah, a few hours ago.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, big time.
I messaged you, but you left. I don't know if you left on your own, if you were removed, but the room was out of control.
What, the Muslim room? I got kicked out.
Yeah, figures. Very unfairly.
And it's Poppy coming off mic saying, "You shouldn't talk to Bardologists. Don't speak to him." He's doing his recruiting.
Yeah, I joined just
But
like a few minutes earlier.
He's
Yeah,
recruiting
I'm not
for
really-
the next scam.
He's on a campaign to make sure no one speaks to me. So, at least I know who it is. He's the one who said he's gonna dox me.
Well, the FBI have him.
That's not cool.
Not cool, right? That's
No.
kind of fucked up, right?
Totally.
Don't worry, the FBI have him on that list. They've even visited him a few times.
What's his name?
He scams people.
What's his name?
Me being one of them.
His name is Muslim.
He goes
His
by
name
Muslim?
is Muslim.
Yeah.
But his real name is Jafar Rizvi.
No, I don't want to know his real name. I want to know his name on here.
He's out there. He's scammed so many people on this app.
So on the app, he just goes by the name Muslim?
Yeah, he was in that room. He was the one talking to me.
Hmm.
He was the one talking about me, should I say.
Can I ask a question? Hello.
Please.
I don't want to interrupt, but like if you guys
No,
aren't
no.
talking, okay. So I was thinking about some stuff, and I'm having a problem with this. In the Old Testament, it says that the Messiah's name will be Emmanuel, and that's not his name. And then I've noticed Christians are like, well, it's not his name, but it's a title. Well, it says he'll be named Emmanuel. How do we make sense of this? If I'm not going to buy the title explanation, which is 99% of what Christians say, what's another explanation for this?
It's not a messianic prophecy.
What?
What I say?
It's not a messianic prophecy.
Yeah, of course it is.
I believe it is.
Isaiah
It is.
14. Isaiah 7:14. Read the previous few paragraphs. It's about some fight between Ahaz and somebody else. God's going to say, let me find it. I'll tell you exactly what it says.
I think that's false, sir. I'm pretty sure it's talking about Jesus. Bert, have you ever questioned that and dug a little deeper in the name thing? Because I know that's a major like stumbling point for Jews, is the name.
Oh man, you should have heard.
We're one of many.
We put him to sleep yesterday. We put Safari to sleep with us yesterday.
Would he put who to sleep?
Sicario.
Oh, was he here? I missed him again.
No, but yesterday, this was like the debate yesterday.
Yeah, I missed it. Oh my god. Yeah. Just twice I missed Sicario.
It's good.
Happy Lent Mubarak and Ramadan Mubarak and Passover Mubarak.
Okay, here comes the explanation. Sorry if I get this wrong. So in historical context, it's like 700 BCE. The king Ahaz of Judah is there's going to be, he's being threatened by Rezin from Syria and Pekah from the northern kingdom of Israel. Ahaz is the king of Judah. Prophet Isaiah tells Ahaz not to be afraid, the threat will disappear. And the sign, which is the Emmanuel, is meant to reassure Ahaz within his own lifetime that this war is not going to take place.
Okay, so then who's the virgin that gives birth to a son?
It doesn't say virgin, it says Alma.
All right, maiden, a young maiden,
Yeah.
which in Jewish culture would be a virgin, because you can't have sex until you're married.
We have a specific word for virgin.
Okay, all right, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, in Jewish
but
culture, the word means young woman, doesn't mean virgin.
But a young woman would still be a virgin.
No, she might be a virgin. If you wanted to specify virgin, you would use a different word.
Right, so therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. The young maiden will conceive and give birth to a son, and will call him Emmanuel. He will be eating curds and honey. Isn't this all attributed to Jesus in the New Testament, the curds and the honey? When he knows enough to reject the wrong and choose. No?
Post hoc by Christian theologians it is, yeah.
The Lord will bring on you and your people and the house of
Read
your father.
previous couple. Well, read from the beginning of Isaiah 7.
Okay.
Read the entire situation.
Lord, go out. Ahaz. Okay, Judah. Yeah, this is what the sovereign Lord says. It will not take place. It will not happen. For the head of Aram is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is only Rezin. Within 65 years, Ephraim will be too shattered to be a people, and the head of Ephraim is Samaria, and the head is stand firm in your faith. You will not. Okay, again, the Lord spoke to Ahaz. All right, maybe. I've always thought this was one thing we all agreed on, was this was talking about Jesus, but yeah.
There's no messianic prophecy for Jews. There's no Messiah prophecy, and therefore for Jewish people. And the prophecy that is there is.
So then the Christians changed that word from young maiden to virgin, just to fit a narrative that they think it's Jesus. Is that what you think? Okay. I mean, I still think a young maiden would probably be a virgin, though. So I think it's kind of interchangeable, but maybe not. I don't know. They had strict sex laws.
Tested by the world, from a tree, it's pierced, all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for answering that.
How about this early experience? Because I was watching something about the resurrection. It's very strange that Mary, out of everybody in the New Testament, Mary should know who Jesus is, and yet she never speaks of, or she's not shown to speak of in the New Testament. It's when James, the brother of Jesus, converts after his death. Think to ask his mother.
Not his mother.
Who's Jesus' dad?
It's not his mother.
Mary, the mother of Jesus.
No, James.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Not the mother.
Yeah, he's. Yeah, well, all the disciples are going around scratching their heads as to why Jesus came back to life and who he is. Mary doesn't say anything.
translators to the Greek Septuagint were Jewish, correct? So if they translate the word Alma, I mean Parthenios. And the reason why this comes up is if you go to Parthenos, if you go to Genesis 24:43, there's a woman there called Virgin. Yeah. So, I mean, you can't blame that on the Christians when 200 years before that, they're describing Rebecca as a virgin. It was explicitly called virgin, but no man had known. So it does not deny divinity, it simply assumes that culturally. Well, the Greek Septuagint, the translators weren't Christians, they were the Jews. So this understanding or rendering of the word virgin predates Christianity. So was it only about Ahaz's time?
Yeah, I think that's a bigger issue than the virgin young woman issue is the timing, because the story suggests that this is all going to happen during Isaiah's lifetime and King Ahaz's lifetime.
You know, if it's assigned to Ahaz, how can it happen 700 years after Ahaz dies?
Yeah, because he says that before this child grows old enough to discern the difference between right and wrong, the two hostile kings will be gone.
Yeah. The issue also with this is that when we use Isaiah 9:6 as messianic prophecy, in Hebrew thought, names often function as theological titles. For example, Isaiah 9:6, mighty God. Jeremiah 23:6, the Lord our righteousness. No one argues that these birth certificate names, Emmanuel names, God is with us. Well, Matthew interprets this theologically, not necessarily as a daily name or usage used socially. And then the rabbis, they kind of shoot themselves in the foot here, because most rabbinical traditions reject 714 as messianic. It's because after Christianity emerged, interpretations shifted polemically. Pre-Christian Judaism was more open to messianic readings. Post-Christian rabbinical Judaism became defensive against Christian claims. So the Jews during the time of Jesus knew that this Emmanuel character is God himself, right? That dwells with us. So they use it as a polemic against us, saying, "Oh no, this is now a heresy. We can't see it this way because the Christians are using it, obviously." So it becomes more difficult for them to use as a messianic prophecy, but you see them using this in their writings beforehand as a messianic prophecy.
How was it a messianic prophecy? Jewish king of Israel are they? Unless Ahaz is supposed to go on to rule the whole thing. I don't know.
Yeah, this was what the study was getting on. He was bringing up a lot of stuff that like the rabbis wrote about Emmanuel before the Christians kind of relied on that. I think that's the reason why, you know, I tend to say that it kind of shaped, you know, like Christianity fucking shaped, you know, the way Jewish people have this, about their, you know, their understanding of these types of things. Because again, they're saying, oh no, but look, it's not this. It's not that. It's not that because the Christians are using it. But if they didn't use it, the Jews still think that it's okay to use it. So that's why I think it's a little bit of a cope on both sides, though. Not just the Christian side.
Are you there?
Is anybody using the Hello app? Mark
what?
Wahlberg, the Hello
no.
app. Mark Wahlberg has been kind of promoting it, and it's quite nice. I've downloaded it. The Halos, it's Halo time.
Halo time. Matthew 1:22. Can you read that? I put it in the chat. Is Matthew wrong, or are you wrong?
Got it, Matthew 1:22.
It's a, yeah.
What the Lord had said through the prophets. The virgin would see and give birth to a son.
Well, Matthew seems to think that is talking about Jesus.
It
So
depends on
he's-
your take on the New Testament.
What?
Depends on your take on what you think whether you think the Gospels are the inerrant word of God and absolutely.
You don't acknowledge Matthew?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay, so you're not a real Christian. Got it. Noted.
No, he's not. He believes in a Gnostic.
Oh, you're Gnostic? Gnostic? You're Gnostic? Okay, yeah. All right. Okay. I mean, thanks for answering, but I'm gonna throw that answer in the garbage too. I can't find an answer. I've been asking this question for like 10 years.
Find somebody who will give you the answer that you want.
I don't want an answer. I just want one that makes sense.
I just gave you one.
If I had an answer, I wouldn't be asking the question.
Yeah, but you
But
literally just rejected an answer that made sense. That's scholarly.
it doesn't. It contradicts Matthew.
Oh, okay.
See, I just posted it.
Yeah, you toasted the scholars. Very good.
I what?
You toasted the scholars. Very good.
Who's contradicting who?
I mean, I acknowledge Matthew as an apostle. I mean, he actually knew Jesus, so.
Matthew,
Yeah.
what about the prophecy where Matthew, the Nazarene prophecy, where he comes from Nazareth? Where's that in the Old Testament?
I don't know.
No, they use.
Bart probably knows more about that than me.
Well, that's the thing. They use this ambiguous sort of understanding of Nazarene, and they kind of like twist it a little bit to make it seem like it says Nazarene, but it doesn't. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, kind of. A little bit of a it's a little bit of a contradiction, yeah.
And we have our Islam hat on today.
Why would Matthew put that in there if it was
LSF doesn't think Matthew.
It's a great.
He doesn't.
No, it's why would he put it in there? That's a great question. I have trouble understanding why that is.
No, either we accept it as a prophecy or we accept it as a contradiction and a big whoopsie by Matthew.
So he could be doing. So the idea.
Biographical, but there are also polemics. So some of it's biographical, some of it's polemic.
Okay.
Polemics. So what is the polemic for that prophecy?
For which one?
The one we're talking about.
To the being born in Nazareth.
Oh, my bad.
Huh?
I don't know. I'm not Matthew. Every prophecy that Matthew references exists in the Old Testament, apart from that one. Whether you agree with what Matthew says or not is irrelevant, but that one just doesn't exist in the Old Testament.
Yeah, I mean, Jason, bring up the one that would say it's Nazarene. You're gonna be kind of stretching it a little bit there. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So I think Matthew, what he's doing is, and scholars have said this, that he's doing a play on words. So the word root for Nazareth is Netzar, and it means root or branch in Hebrew. And so he's saying that he comes from the branch, which is a prophecy about the Messiah that comes from the branch, the root of Jesse. That's what it's referring to. He's doing a wordplay.
It's a stretch.
Well, then you give me a better reason, because I just laid out a legit reason why he put it in there, and you're just saying, well, I just don't like what Matthew says about it.
Yeah, but I don't believe what he says about it.
Matthew doesn't say anything about it. He just quotes it. I'm saying this is what scholars say about it. So scholars have said he's doing a word play, and he's referring to the word Nazareth comes from the Hebrew word netzar, which means root or branch. And he's saying he comes from the root or the branch of Jesse, which is a messianic prophecy.
So do you not believe in the virgin birth of Jesus?
No,
Do you believe in Jesus as a Messiah?
no.
Oh, what are you? That's not even an Gnostic. What are you? Like, what's your religion?
He's an art. He's an he believes this is an light from the source. You don't know the Gnostic text, share it for many times.
Yeah, are you asking me if I know about the Gnostics? No, I'm new. I just started reading the Gnostic Bible like a week ago. And I already know it's not from God.
Well, I mean, whether you think it is or not, I mean, as the first canon, no.
It literally says that we'll know his voice, and that ain't my Savior's voice speaking in those books. That's all I know.
No, that's.
But I'm still gonna read them. I'll still read them.
No, I respect that you feel that way. I really do. Because I kind of have the same. I have the same understanding also.
Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is I know how you feel because I have the same feeling, right? I don't think Jesus is an archon. But there was a very prominent view of Christianity. The Valentinians and the Marcions.
I've heard about that.
Their own. Yeah, they had their own gospel. They had their own
Sect. Yeah.
Yeah, they had their own canon. They only used Luke. They didn't use any Paul's letters.
It's funny how Paul addresses us too. Yeah, but he's
you're
addressed
probably thinking that they're misreading the Gospels, but they didn't use anything but Luke.
No, I don't think they're misreading. I just think they're making up their own shit like Muhammad. That's what I think. But I'm still gonna. I'm gonna read it with an open mind. Like I'll accept. If I read him, I'll give credit where it's due.
Before the canon that we have with Paul's letter, that was the initial Valentinian view of Jesus.
Okay, gotcha.
Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying it's correct.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
But they thought the Old Testament God was the demiurge. So you can understand how they're not going to use Paul's letters. They're not going to use the Jewish understanding of the Messiah. They're not going to use any of that stuff. And
So they just reject everything prior to the first century.
Pretty much.
they do that. They do that because they're using a different canon. They're using the second treatise of Seth. They're using the Neoplatonic. That Neoplatonic one. Where they have this
Hold on a second. We're talking about the first century. No mobile phones. Nobody could read. There were no gospels. And Paul hadn't even yet sent letters for 13 of which we've got, 7 of which are legit. The other 6 are questions.
Wait.
So they were working with what they had.
No, I get that. Yeah, I get that. I'm saying they reject the Old Testament. They reject the Tanakh.
They don't reject it. They just think that the God of the book is evil. And if you've actually read it, he is.
So then they reject the Tanakh then.
Yeah, they think he's evil. I don't believe
So
it.
they're disconnected from Judaism, from ancient Judaism.
Yeah.
Yes.
Problem?
Huh?
Is that a problem?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like Christina said, they just made it their own religion.
What's your connection to ancient Judaism?
Where are you?
The Tanakh.
What have you got to do with the Tanakh?
I read it. That's my
You're
connection.
American, aren't you?
My New Testament is tied to the Old Testament.
Can't have one without the other. They complete each other.
Well, yeah. What have you got to do with the New Testament? 2,000 years ago.
That Jesus came for the salvation of the world,
Did he?
to save the world. That's what the text. That's what my New Testament says.
I don't believe it.
That's fine. You don't have to believe it.
I know that, but you seem to be very insistent, but I do.
No, I never said anything about you believing it. I'm talking about the Marcians in the first century creating their own religion that is not tied to the
They believe
tradition
something
that
different to
existed
you.
before.
Yeah, they
Huh?
believe something different to you, as do 4/5 of the rest of the world.
Well, they believe something different to all the Jewish sects that were around that time that tied themselves to the Old Testament. They're
No,
just
they're
disconnected. They're disconnecting
And the
themselves
ones
from
that
the Old
became
Testament.
Christian, they didn't believe what the rest of Jewish society believed. They became Christian.
No, what are you talking about? I'm not sure. They believe with the rest. Well, the only distinction is that they believe Jesus is the Messiah, but Jews believed in a Messiah.
Yeah, but they didn't believe Jesus was the Messiah.
Sure, that's correct. I can grant that.
Some did.
But
Theological differences happen all the time.
it's not a theological difference.
Wait, hold on.
It's an identification difference. We identify who the Messiah is. They haven't
People
identified
should
who
call
the
it
Messiah
whatever
is.
you want. Same thing.
How is that?
They still have a Messiah. They still believe in a Messiah. So we
Yeah.
believe in a Messiah. They believe in a Messiah.
I hope he turns up. And I hope yours comes back, because I don't see it happening.
Alice, are you the one that, I think it was you, we talked a few weeks ago and you said that you were basically atheist and then became Christian just like a year ago or 2 years ago? Is that you?
Maybe.
Is that your story? Is that true? Were you once atheist and became, well, you called yourself a Christian. You accepted Christ like a year ago or 2 years ago.
Maybe. Why?
Okay, so, all right, I was just wondering. So you're still kind of new at all of this. You probably haven't even fully read the Bible, I'm assuming, yet? Or maybe you're working.
I've read a lot more than most Christians, you know?
Hold up.
What?
Hold up. Christina, are you the
Mhm.
same Christina that
Yeah.
in rooms with Muslims and no? I'm just
Yeah, that's me. That's me, sir.
Where's
Yeah.
what happened to what's his name? Edom.
Who?
Or not Edom. What's his face? Who's
The guy that I used to, Starsky?
Yeah, Starsky.
Starsky. I don't know. I think he's
Did he
over
change
on
his name?
TikTok.
He changed his name.
I don't know. He changes his name. I think it's Forever in Christ or Christ Forever or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah.
Last I heard, he was busy on TikTok though, doing lives over there with Muslims and Catholics. He was going after the Catholic Church.
Yeah, no.
He was
I know
being
he had-
super rude. He was being super rude to you though last time. Christina, what was up with that?
Yeah, because I was defending the Catholics. And he
Yeah.
didn't like it. He called me a heretic, and I'm just like, you don't even know the history, bro. Like you're literally bashing Christianity because he's a new Christian. And I'm like, do you know the Jews were doing this far before the Christians were? And he didn't want to be corrected.
Yeah,
So
he was drinking the Protestant juice.
yeah, absolutely hardcore.
Super hard. Yeah.
And then he went to a Catholic church on live on TikTok and walked around the gardens mocking Mary and all the statues, and that's when it was time to cut ties, because that was very disrespectful. He even went in there on live and was listening to the sermon and stuff and mocking the priest, and I was like, yeah, that's not a Christian. Like, well, no.
He can't be.
And all of
Hey,
the,
he's cool now. I'm not saying he's cool. Like
yeah,
like
we have different opinions.
Yeah, I'm like his intention. I guess he's just trying to draw people to the truth, but I think he doesn't. Man, he's just not learned enough on Catholicism, man, and just the ancient churches.
Right.
I think just church history, like when you do that, you're a lot of times just so far from church history that, you think that Protestantism was started in the first century.
Well, that is what most Protestants think, that they have the true Christian, concepts from the first century. It's a bragging thing that I hear a lot of Protestants say. I'm just like, no, that's not true. You guys are messy.
Yeah,
Jason, weren't you also looking into the Catholic Church too at one point? Like, you were considering going to
well,
one?
yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking into all the ancient churches. So I've been studying and chatting with, Orthodox, Coptics, Catholics, you know what I'm saying? So, and just reading up on the, sources, the councils, the ecumenical councils, and the church fathers. So I'm just studying, man, in the process of studying. Yeah, I was gonna probably go to like where I'm at, there's literally every single denomination from every Orthodox denomination, Catholicism, and every Protestant denomination is in my city. So
Yeah, I remember the last time we talked, we were talking about that.
yeah, so I just kind of want to go fellowship, check it out. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't like join the church, just to kind of fellowship with, people of a different tradition.
Yeah, totally. I'm down for that too. I want to do it too, just to kind of get the vibe and stuff.
Yeah. So that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I think we get as Protestants, we get so disconnected from like the ancient churches that we kind of like talk down to them. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, I don't gotta agree with everything that they believe, but I can understand it and see why they hold these traditions.
I'm having inspection tomorrow. So if we could just leave the plastic on how it is, just till tomorrow, tell your boss to give me a.
Sorry, let me ask you a question, Christine. Do you think it's salvation through grace alone?
Faith, grace, yeah, both. I think it's faith only.
And non-believers go to hell?
I don't know about that, because we have a verse that says that God will judge the ones on the outside of the church. So there might be hope for non-believers.
Controversial.
What?
Well, that's kind of controversial.
I don't know. I know that we're warned that some people are going to go to hell. And all I know is I don't want to go there, whatever it may be. I have faith in Christ. I believe He's my Lord and Savior. I believe He is God. I believe in the triunity of God. And I hope that's good enough to get in. You know what I mean? I know, what?
All sins, the Bible says all sins will be forgiven. The only one that won't is blasphemy. That's the Holy Spirit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't you think that that's kind of a bit weird?
No.
It's like I could be a serial child rapist.
Yeah.
And then repent and go to heaven.
Yeah. That's how God is greater than our sins.
Someone could be a stalwart family guy who's done nothing other than serve his community and be an upright human being, be an atheist and end up in hell.
And that's why I brought up that verse that God will judge the ones on the outside. I think we're going to be judged very uniquely and individually. I don't think it's like a one test fits all type of test. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like in atheism, the rapist and the store clerk that loves his family and is a good person, they both end up in the same place.
Yeah, well, they don't end up anywhere.
Exactly.
They end up where they were before they were born.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah, there's no justice.
I think a lot of people focus on God being like this big loving teddy bear, and He loves everyone. I just don't see it that way. I think He's a God to fear and respect and loving, but He's also just
I would say
too.
it's either or. It's both, right? He loves us, but He's also
a just God.
A just God, right? And so He has to punish, unrepentant sin.
Mm-hmm.
So is eternal hell the punishment?
That's why I openly said whatever hell is, I just don't want to go there. I don't believe in eternal.
I don't have a problem with it because if I'm supposed to be there, I'm still fulfilling the will of God.
Take one for the team, Bert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen
I mean,
to
there's
me.
different views on like
Just letting you know. I'm not scared of it.
there's different views on hell. Like that's not like our. Again, it's not. We don't need to know the operations of hell in order for us to hold to the gospel. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't need to know the ins and outs and all workings of God's judgment. I just know that God is going to judge, and people will be punished accordingly, right? Not unjustly. They're going to be judged justly and punished justly, right? It's going to be fair. Whatever the punishment is, it's going to be fair. I don't know how that works out.
I also don't think that a child
Christina,
rapist
does the
can-
Bible say that even the devil believes in Jesus?
Yeah,
Exactly. So it's not just believing in Jesus that's going to get you there.
but no, it's different of having faith and choosing to serve Christ versus Satan who knows who Jesus is.
Just letting you know it's done. Just letting you know it's done.
I mean, I'm familiar with the Bible. I've read it. I know, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't say Satan believes in Jesus as in he submits and serves him.
Yes, he does.
He
He
would
does.
believe.
I could give you.
I know the verse you're talking about, but it
No, I
doesn't
could give you
mean.
the continuous passages that show that he does.
No, so he worships Jesus. Satan does.
Correct.
Okay.
He does.
Well,
I'm going to show you. Or you can go to Job.
yeah, you can.
We can go to Job. Look at the verse. We go to Job.
I don't see it that way.
So there's, it's not dualism, but there is this like weird connection that they both have. You know that, right? And I asked Mikhail, they have a connection with each other.
Who?
Satan and Venus.
Oh yeah, I mean the Jehovah's Witness believe the same thing.
No.
Wait, what did they believe? What did J-Dubs
They
believe?
think Satan and Jesus are brothers.
Oh,
So let me. All right. So,
Yeah.
so Jason, you know in the
That is
Vatican,
true.
right?
You said what?
So you know in the Vatican, right? In the newest chapel that they have, where it's
Yeah.
got that, where it looks like demonic. This thing that's demonic in the background, where
No, I
people
don't
are like,
know what
oh,
that is.
that's.
I'm not Catholic, so I don't know.
Okay.
I know what it
There's,
is.
if you look at the picture,
Creepy as hell.
yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
It's in a cathedral and it's got like a bunch of bodies and it looks kind of dark. Like it's famous Italian.
Isn't it souls or something?
Yeah. So when they mention Job, right? And they're mentioning Job, and they say it's Satan. And they're saying, oh, what's going on down there? He has this representation of a Christ-like figure in Job. If you want to study it, you can go over it together. I know the way I'm making it sounds funny and uncomfortable. But when I explain it to you, it's because we don't have dualism in Christianity. There is no good and bad. Jesus is both of that. It shows you that he has both of those qualities. He is the one in Revelation with the red eyes and the tongue like a sword. And he's all these things, right? He's the one who's going to come back and kill the Antichrist. So yeah, in one sense, he's representing us, this beautiful angel that saves the world. And in the other sense, he's the one who redeems it also, right? So if you look at the parallels, it becomes a little easier to understand. But I mean, I know the language that I'm using is kind of tough. So I'm not expecting you to like understand me the first time around. But there's many of these references in the Old Testament that are being used like this. I mean, I'd love to break this down. I actually made somebody read it in this room once. I think you guys were here.
Is it a long breakdown? Because I'll listen to it if it's not a whole hour Bible study.
I'll just give you I'm gonna give you the ChatGPT link. And I'm going to post it at the top.
Yeah, do that. I'll read it.
I don't understand why basic knowledge, tradition, and Christianity just isn't good enough for so many people. They have to reinvent the wheel like 100 times. You know? I mean, the church has been established for 2,000 plus years. Like, I think we got it pretty much figured out. I don't know.
Well, it's always good to learn about these things so that way I can know how to refute it if I need to.
Well, that's true. That's one way of looking at it, yeah. What's up with the Gnostics being so popular on Clubhouse lately? Is that the new trend on here? I've noticed a lot of people are talking about the
So
Gnostics.
what I'll do is I'll give you a little intro for this, and this could be a little intro for you guys, and this is just using Revelation alone.
Dark side of Christ. Nice.
Correct.
Nice title.
Well, I mean, I know some people are uncomfortable with this sort of, you know, I understand it. It can be uncomfortable for certain people, but you do accept the scriptures, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You accept them, then these are the things they're saying. I'm quoting the Bible. I'm not giving you
Present a
anecdotal.
dark side of Christ in the sense of moral evil, where it does not present a dark. Okay. But it does show is Christ acting in justice, judgment. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's pretty accurate so far.
Yeah, I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to.
I think that just. I think when we say dark side of Christ, I think that's just
Clickbait.
Perception. It's like because his judgment is gonna appear dark to the people that are being judged by his judgment, right? Negatively, right? So they're gonna be like, oh man, So, but to those that are in Christ, it's not gonna. It's gonna. We're gonna perceive it as justice. So.
Correct. Which is the like, you know, I started saying jihad, Jesus, and I'm like, wait a minute, am I kind of contradicting myself? And I stopped saying that.
Yeah, good thing.
I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I did understand this a certain way at one point. So yeah, because in Christianity we don't say the good and the bad are two equal powers or two opposites, right? We're not saying that. Go into more detail about it. Once you guys read this, then I could start going into the Job reference. That's really nails the point.
I mean, there's nothing too hard to comprehend in this. It's pretty straightforward.
I mean, the use of the word dark is just weird, but okay.
Okay, all right. So we got this part of it, right? You understand this part of Revelation, right? All right. Well, I'm gonna.
I mean, I kind of glanced through it. It's all, I don't know, looks legit to me. It's not like a big wow factor type thing.
Now these are gonna be the Job references. I have another post that goes into more detail about this, but this is kind of like just to get you. You know, it's just I'm doing step by step here. I don't want to hit you guys with too much at one time. So we'll go slow. You know, I know you guys want the punchline, but I don't want to ruin it. Did you go to work today? Yeah, I didn't go to work yesterday. On my way to work, I hit a pothole. I have my car parked at the fucking mini mart near my house. I'm just happy I hit a pot.
Is this the joke one right here that you posted at the top?
Yeah. It shows some parallels with him and his
I find that very interesting, Christine. She's like, I know I completely reject the answer that you gave us, even though it's a legit answer, a plausible answer. Then when it comes to how, like, oh, well, I'm going to believe this version because this is the palatable version. It's not really how it works, is it? It's like you don't get a choice. Choosing what to believe, you don't get a choice in what happens.
Happy Ramadan Mubarak.
That's why I was kind of surprised that the Muslims didn't take this version of Job with Christ in there at all. They kind of kept him as right? Which always was a little confusing to me because there was a way for them to take this part sort of Islamic. It's really good. Oh, I never. I mean, I understand why they keep it that way, but at the same time, like, theologically, they're going to easily go this route. I think it suits them better. But I think they want to have like a glimmer of good hopes in there somewhere, somehow. I don't know why. Maybe they are really good. Who knows? Wow.
I prefer Job over Muhammad because even going up for the Quran, seems like Muhammad was never humbled or he willfully humbled himself. Whenever circumstances came, it always worked in his favor.
Yeah, he never came. He never came into battle with two donkeys. Correct.
But whenever anything happened, Job stayed consistent.
I have better references too. I have another post that I can give you guys. Just gotta give me a second here. This exterior wainscoting. Inspection tomorrow.
Oh, you can't wait to get that new New York State inspection sticker? The yellow one?
No. I know the Jimmy Pat's good. Does that work? I just think it's the language that I was using that makes people feel uncomfortable, but I don't know if you're going to say it, but he's the good and he's the good bad. Not bad news, but bad news. Yeah, it means
All right. Yeah. I mean, I think that the usage of the word dark is just that's the only thing. I think that's what people are just, you know what I'm saying? Because in scripture, darkness is always like attributed to like evil or iniquity or something like that.
no. That I can understand. I get that.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that.
What up, Shake? Shake got the medal.
How's it going?
What's going on, sir? In the top 1%.
I'm surprised. I thought the way I do my polemics would get me in trouble, but every day my score keeps going up. I went to the Ramadan rooms. I was drinking water off the mic, so having a good time, causing doubt.
Doing the Lord's work.
I was gonna ask the Muslims today, what is Muhammad known for? Like his characteristics, because the other prophets, like Solomon, he had wisdom. What is it? What is it? Job had the patience and understanding. What is Muhammad known for?
David was the apple of God's eyes. What was Muhammad known for?
God's eyes are made of apples.
Huh? God, you said God has apples?
Apple eyes.
Oh yeah, apple. Yeah. I gotta read the Hebrew on that. I want to know what it actually says.
Technically, Christians really can't go to the Hebrew.
Why
And
is it?
typically, church fathers don't use the Masoretic.
I mean, I go to the Greek and the Hebrew, and the Targums, and the Aramaic. So, to me, man, like I guess at the end, the church fathers didn't really have access to the Hebrew because it wasn't reconstructed until the 10th century. So, or the
They didn't trust them. They didn't trust them. I had like a really big issue with that.
Well, I mean, were they using the Hebrew early on? Like, was the Hebrew?
It was not.
Yeah, I don't know. They,
They
like
were
after
using
after
Dead Sea.
destruction.
There was no Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah, there was no Dead Sea Scrolls. So after the destruction of the temple, what were they using? The Aramaic, the Targums, I think. I think they were using the Targums.
Yeah, the Aramaic made more sense because it agreed with their rule. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense for them to go that route. Now I don't blame them. Because I would go with what fits me, what I'm trying to, the message, what I'm trying to represent, right?
Well, them Targums be agreeing with the Christians as well too. So it ain't like it's just 100%, Judaism. Like you read the Targums, you be like, this might be leaning Christian.
Actually, it was leaving rabbinical Judaism, but Christianity took over.
You talking about the Targums?
Yeah. Because they were the ones who had the.
I've been reading the Targums because they do the Memra, and I'm like, bro, the way that sometimes like when you read some of these passages on the Memra, you be like, bro, this doesn't sound orthodox. You know what I'm saying? But again,
today's orthodoxy, yeah.
Yeah, today, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, exactly. The strict monotheism, because they have monotheism, but it wasn't as strict as it is now.
Yeah, but before Christianity, it was very loose. They had no canon.
Yeah, it was loose. That's what I'm saying. Like even first century, like before they before you get to, I guess you would say like the Targum. I mean, not the Targum, the Talmud. Before you get to the Talmud being like compiled, like bro, like the Jews and like Judaism was fluid on God's nature. They didn't have it systematically laid out, and they were okay with like the Memra being God and not God. So
Memra, LSF, Memra is the word of Hashem. That's what they can say, the word of Hashem, the word of the Lord.
yeah, so in the Greek it would be logos, but it kind of carries the same connotation, right? It's like wisdom, the speech, the wisdom, and the reason of God. But it's
I
being
also
expressed.
say,
But it's being
you're not supposed to
expressed
say
in creation.
Sophia.
Yeah, wisdom.
Yeah, so they say Yeshua and Sophia, but Sophia and wisdom, they kind of push the words together, right? They kind of put them together.
Well, they're the same word. Sophia is the Greek for the word wisdom. Yeah, it's the Greek word for wisdom. Like it's used for Christ in the New Testament. Jesus is called the Sophia of God.
You know that 348 in the Quran. You should read that one.
Let's
That
go
was
to it.
yeah. Go to that 348. That's gonna
Pull it up, man.
it's gonna round this up right now.
Yeah, I've been.
That's why.
I got away from my Quran
Me either.
studies.
I've been out of the loop too.
Oh yeah, I got this one highlighted.
Yeah, read it. What does it say?
It says, and he will teach him writing and wisdom and the Torah and the gospel. That's what it says.
Oof.
This is the Saki.
Is he teaching him the logos?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Which is interesting because this lines up with what Luke. This actually lines up with Luke 2:52, and Jesus increased in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and with people. Boy, who needs the Quran, man? When we got the Bible saying the same exact thing.
That's what I'm trying to tell them. Like, yo, the only people positing this fucking, these contradictions is their understanding of it. It's the same shit. Bro, Muhammad prayed to Jesus, bro. I want to hear it. Muhammad was a motherfucking Trinitarian. Look at all the heresies he's pointing out. He never talks about Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. He only brings up, what does he bring up? Do not say tritheism.
Yeah.
Do not say Mary's God. Do not say one of three. He never actually shits on the actual real Trinity.
Never really does.
He never shits on the real Trinity. He always shits on all the heresies.
They might. You can actually even argue that they might be going against oneness theology, right? Because they're saying Jesus is Allah, is the same person. So that would be more of a modalistic oneness view, right?
Yeah, especially that verse.
At least from the Quran's understanding, like it's going against the modalist view, not the Trinitarian.
Especially that verse where he's like, did I ever tell you to take you and your mother as gods? He's speaking as like a person within the God. He's like, how could I ever done such a thing? You would have known. It's kind of like jumping back to him, like, yo, why do you even have this verse in the Quran?
But then you get the verse where it says, if Allah had a son, I would worship him. I would be the first to worship. So you get stuff like that where it's just like, What's happening?
I honestly think that when Allah means son, it means a lower being. Like he's not even using son because to him, son is a lower being.
Yeah, just saying, yeah, something that's not him.
Yeah, so that's all he's saying. He doesn't use son because son is beneath. He's that Jesus is higher than a son, almost like it's like what he's saying. He's like, no, don't even use
He's
son.
the word. He's the word
Yeah.
and the spirit from him.
Well, that is true. It's got that dual nature.
Yeah.
Got that dual nature. Now, will they admit it? I don't know. Will they find out when Isa says, "I don't know you"?
Yeah, this
They're
is
always
probably my
using that
favorite.
against us.
Yeah. This one's right here, man. What is this? 4381. That's my favorite verse, man.
Which book?
In the Quran.
In the Quran, 4381.
That's my favorite verse in the Quran.
Which one? Which was that?
I'm gonna post it in the chat.
Oh, if Allah had a son? If Allah had a son?
Yeah, that's my favorite verse.
Oh, that's the big most?
That's my favorite verse in the Quran to right now. There's other ones that I like, but this one right here has become my favorite verse.
I got a couple favorites. I mean, mine is gonna have to be, hands down, 359.
Hey, Norm.
359 has got to be my favorite.
359.
Yeah.
359 is the likeness of Isa to Allah. Not the other way around.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Not the other way around, all right? In the likeness of Isa to Allah, Adam was created. I mean, how could you deny Isa being a creator at that point? It's just like straight up denial, like it's weird. In the likeness of Isa to Allah.
Yeah, but this is the verse now. I got this one locked in. This one, alright, listen. Why do you guys worship Jesus? Surah 4381. That's why I worship Jesus.
Because if Allah had a son, because if he would be the first to worship him.
Yeah, that's my answer every time now. My answer, why do you guys worship Jesus? I don't even gotta say he's God or anything like that. All I gotta do is just demonstrate he's the son now. You guys, the Quran made it easy for me. They gave me the easy out. I don't have to demonstrate he's God. I can grant you, okay, like apart from him being God, right? You don't gotta be God. You don't gotta be angel or listen. All he has to do is be called the son, and then I can worship him. And that's what we see in the Bible. We see that, this is my son at his baptism, in whom I'm well pleased. There you go. That's why we worship Jesus. It's not that hard. The Bible did the work for me. The Quran did the work for me.
Especially they were like, well, where in the Bible did they worship him? Right? I love this one because I went to Luke. Luke 7.
Optimistic. Optimistic. Then we should just be worshiping all these sons. Then that's according to the Quran.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Don't even worry about him. He's just saying shit out of his ass. You don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, when they said that he worshiped him, remember in Luke 7, 36 through 50, where the sinful woman comes and he's sitting with the Pharisees?
Yeah.
Remember how he's sitting with the Pharisees, and the woman comes in, and the whole time she's there, she's literally wiping his feet with her tears and washing them with her hair. Yeah. Like, if that's not a sign of worship, like, honestly, like, then I don't know what worship is, bro.
Well,
that is one of the most, like, descriptive ways you can worship somebody without actually, like, sucking them off. Like, seriously.
You're wild for that one.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm being for real.
Bro, you wow for that. Bro,
Bart.
You wow. You wow for
Listen,
that one.
I'm
Wasn't
just
this
saying.
a part of their culture though? Didn't women wipe feet of many men?
Strangers?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Anyone,
First of all-
like when they would come
first
in
of
the house, they would clean the feet.
Yes,
So it's
that's
a part
the
of the
reason
culture.
why when the Pharisees invited him in, they showed Jesus no hospitality. None at all.
Oh, they
gave
were
him
guarded
no
against them.
hospitality.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, they were showing him no
But I
hospitality.
don't think
whatsoever.
wiping feet's a form of worship because that means Jesus worshipped the apostles.
He did.
Okay.
He did.
Yeah. It's interesting too, because it's according to the nature. Listen, Orthodox explained this to me, man. Where did Christina go?
I know, she's in and out.
Oh man.
He wants to get snippets and then leave.
You scared her off into heresy, man.
What heresy?
I was gonna give her. Well, she thought, it sounded ethical. I was gonna give her the breakdown on it. I was actually gonna give her a digestible view of it.
She's been coming around. In the beginning, she really didn't like, Catholicism, but I think she's more warm to it now than she was before. Now, I'm not saying that she's like super hot about it. It's a bit much. We do things a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's not normal. In the language you use, it's a bit weird.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There's some. When you understand it, though, I just feel like when you really try to understand it, then it's not as bad as I guess you would say like Protestants make it out to be. Like Protestantism just is like they'll superficially read something and then they're like, yep, heretics, and you're like, well, what does he mean by that? You know what I'm saying? Like when you start getting into
How do they deem heresy? They don't have
criteria.
They can't deem heresy. They
Criteria.
can't deem heresy. How are they deeming heresy? That's the funniest shit when they say it. I tell them that all the time. They get so mad when I say that too. I say that shit to what's her name?
What criteria are you using?
Yeah. What is your unified body that says what do you got? A trailer, a double wide? What do you have? Jimmy that just started 2 generations ago? What? Jimmy's grandfather, Jimmy, and then Jimmy's son.
Yeah,
That doesn't work like that. Yeah.
1950.
Yeah. 1927. Nah, 27.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll give you 27.
I'll give you 27. Yeah. We'll push that. We'll give you the liberal date.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Then they get upset at me because they know that I'm just being a wise ass about it. But I mean, how is anybody calling anyone a heretic? In the Protestant camp.
Yeah. That's tough, man. They just, whatever goes against the Bible. Like most of the stuff that the Catholics and the Orthodox are actually describing don't actually even go against the Bible because the Bible is silent on a lot of these things. It's through tradition. And so to say it's heretical because it's not mentioned in the Bible, that's an argument from silence.
Did he tell Peter? What did he tell Peter? Peter, this book I give you. Peter, on this book I give you. He didn't say that.
Yeah.
That's not what he said to Peter, bro.
Peter, sola scriptura.
Yeah. Sola fide.
Sola. Yeah. Hey, Peter. Hey, they told the disciples, go make disciples, teaching them sola fide and baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Teaching them the 5 solas.
Yeah. On this cornerstone, this book, I leave you. You can build your book on this cornerstone. That shit don't even sound right.
Yeah. But they'll be the first ones to tell you that nobody had the New Testament canon in the first century. No one had the entirety of the New Testament canon in the first century or the second century. Most Christians either have one document or, maybe or 3 letters, but no church had the entirety of the New Testament. And so, shoot, let alone the Old Testament, they didn't have the entirety of that either. And so, you can't be sola scriptura in the first, second, third century, fourth. You can't be sola scriptura.
Oh yes, they can.
That's funny.
Because they
Oh,
said
Tim.
so.
What's Tim doing, man? Pull up, Tim.
Tim is like, Tim is one of them atheists that really know the Bible.
Yeah,
Be coming with the fire. Be coming with the fire sometimes.
Yeah. Tim knows the stuff, man.
Not for nothing, I think when everybody debates a Muslim, they all become Christian for like that moment.
Bro, it becomes super Christian.
Right?
When you start
Yo,
to think
even
about
Euro becomes Christian, bro. You gotta see is the rosary beads come out.
Yeah.
The candles get lit.
Bro, he did it with me, man. He was like, listen. He started going in on me on the Catholicism. I was like,
well, you guys remember like one day, like I was talking to those guys, those Muslims, and then they're like, "You're atheist. We're not going to talk to you. You're not even a believer." And I was like, "Well, what does that have to do with your position?" You know, like, so it's like I almost have to adopt the Christian position when I talk to them, because if you don't, they like freak out and they don't want to talk to you because they're big babies. They're the biggest babies ever. Because if you get off their Dallas script, they don't know what to do.
yeah.
Well, not only that, Tim, is that the Christian position is supposed to be so ridiculous that not even atheists can understand it. You get what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I totally understand the Christian position. Like, there is no contradiction in the Trinity. There's not a contradiction. It's just a metaphysical position that I don't particularly hold. But I don't say that it's like a P and not P, right? Which is what they try to pretend it is, which is not what the position is.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Yeah, that's just paradoxical and it's hard to understand. But I mean, if we're describing God, man, there's going to be certain paradoxes that we can't really,
Right.
You know, God being infinite and then
Sure.
in creation, right? A finite thing. Like, how does He
Sure.
interact with, you know, an infinite being interacting with a finite thing? So it's just
Right,
kind of
but
hard to.
the funniest thing about that is when you talk to a Muslim, right? It's as if they forget the current position that they hold anyway, which is that God is unlike His creation in any way, right? And that God is never going to be understandable. You're never going to be able to comprehend God completely,
Yeah.
right? So if that is the case, then why are they pretending that, like, the fact that God can be so powerful that it's one God expressed in three persons? Like, why is that a problem if you assume that you can't ever understand God fully anyway?
Yeah, that would be something that's not like creation, right?
Exactly.
One being, you know, subsisting in three persons. That, like, there's nothing like that in creation. Cool, that makes sense. That lines up with our understanding of God's transcendence.
Oh, hold on, I take this call. Back. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. So, yeah. God is greater than Jesus. God is the gardener. Jesus is the vine, not the gardener. God sent Jesus. Christians, yeah, we believe all these things. Yeah, thanks, optimists. We believe all those things.
Yo, don't let Optimus fool you, bro. He's a Christian, bro.
Yeah.
Don't let him fool you. He's a Christian. He just doesn't like. He doesn't like Christian polemics. He probably just doesn't like the confidence that Christians have. But you want to know something? I've been getting that way. Sometimes when I'm hanging out with a bunch of Christians, especially when I'm around Draco, I just want to disagree with Draco.
Yeah,
I just want to disagree with him.
I know what it be. Listen, sometimes, I'm like that with the Protestants, man. You know, those are my brothers and sisters. But sometimes I'll be like, what are y'all doing, man? Like, the arguments that you guys are coming up with against some of these doctrines of the apostolics is just, like, it's not good. Like, the arguments are just, it's basically preferential. I don't like it, so therefore it's wrong. It's heretical. And you're like, yeah, that's not how that works.
Well, because the thing is, right? Optimus, in his eyes, right? He feels, and I understand how he feels. Like he feels he's representing Christ in the highest way, right? So when other people start talking about him, it just gets annoying, and I can understand his frustration. He was the one actually. He was the one who came off mic once, and you know when it says "Lord our God" in in the uh, in the Arabic,
Mm-hmm.
he was saying that's the Trinity. When it says Lord our God, when it says Rahim,
Mm-hmm.
that's what he was saying. It's like, well, Quran is kind of saying the same shit. But I don't be trying to shout him out like that, especially in front of other Muslims. I don't really think it's necessary for me to do that.
No, that's all
I
good.
think that helps. I think that's gonna help.
I think I chatted with Optimistic once or twice, man. I think he was cool. I don't think he was going off.
He be coming with the arguments like he knows what we're trying to say, and he just saying everything opposite. That's how I know he knows what the fuck we're talking about. Because he says the direct opposite.
Yeah,
He does the direct opposite. I'm like,
it's the psyop, man. The dude knows, and he's like, let me see if you know that I know what you know. Oh, well, Bart, why is everybody getting dropped out of the app? It's crazy. Cora, how you doing?
I'm fine.
How's your morning going?
Just reading boring work emails.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. Remember those days.
I mean, it can get a little entertaining. I'm like an executive director now, so I can copy on everybody's like little drama fights, emails.
Yeah.
Just laugh at them like you guys take this shit too seriously.
Do you do the AI when you send out emails? Do you have the AI type of do you ever use that?
Oh, I mean, like probably like 90% of my responses are just hitting like the thanks, yeah, see then,
Oh,
sort of.
okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if that counts as AI.
No, I'm saying like more like having them type up something that you need to like write up and then send it to some, like a group of people.
Yeah, it's usually faster if I just do it myself.
Oh, okay.
I write for a living, like a grant writer. So, yeah. Trying to teach the AI all of the various sort of like lingo around the whatever I happen to be writing about that day. It takes longer than just sitting down and writing it myself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sometimes I'll write something and I'll pop it in the AI and say, just, clean this up.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do that too.
Yeah, usually doesn't change it much though, because sometimes I gotta weigh it out like this, like, if I know it'll be something I'll clean up and I won't have to go back and undo a bunch of shit, then yeah, fine, but,
Yeah, that makes sense. Bart, what happened, man? Dropped out.
yeah, I was going into my thesis on how I think that some Muslims are just Muslims online. They're not Muslims in their real lives, they're just Muslims online.
They're shaitans.
No. In other words, they, like.
No, I'm saying they're just opposing Christians just to see if Christians will defend their faith.
Well, in a sense, yes, and in a sense, like when you're part of this group, you know what I'm saying? You're part of that in group. You get that sense of like that how do you call it? That mob mentality. So it's easier to be online, be part of this group that has all these people here, right? And sometimes the saying, if you can't beat them, join them, starts to make sense.
Yeah, man.
So these are the dudes that when and it would probably be me too. Like these are the dudes that are probably gonna leave. Like when shit hit the fan, they did the shada. They were they didn't care. Because they're like, well, I'm gonna live. I'm not gonna die. It's not worth dying. And when these guys obviously that didn't take the shot they're gonna die. I can't save them. They pick their fate. But then when these new dudes come along, um, you know, I'm gonna help the new guys and tell them to shut their mouth and just do the shahada. Because if we don't live to tell the truth, we can't help out the other people that come in, right?
Yeah, modernization is the worst thing. Modernization is the worst thing that happened to a Muslim, man. To Islam. Modernization.
That kind of jives with my theory that some particularly men that adopt Islam or lean towards Islam don't do it because they actually align with the tenets of Islam, but they do it because they think that there's enough of a critical mass to support their horrid cultural practices under Islamic societies. Like, it's like most of the shit that we find objectionable about Islam isn't really within Islam itself. It's within the cultural practices of societies that have adopted Islam.
Yeah. So. No, I get that. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I will tell Optimus they did threaten to dox me and stuff. Optimus. Yeah. So I doubt you're that type of person.
He left though, so he's not even in here. Yeah. So yeah, Cora. So you're saying it's almost like self-fulfilling, right? Like it's self-gratifying.
Yeah, it's like if they wanna have like problem with plural marriages, but like plural marriages, they're more likely to adopt Islam than they are Christianity. If they want to do FGM, they're more likely to adopt Islam than they are any other, sort of more Western tied religion that looks at that as a violation of human rights. So yeah, there's nothing in Islam that specifically prohibits FGM. It's just that like nobody's come out in Islam and said, that sucks. Like the imams are just like they turn a blind eye to it, sort of thing. Not all of them, obviously. Like some sort of Ismaili imam would be like, fuck that shit. But like just generally the ones like down in like Somalia and Sudan and stuff are not paying attention to that shit. So.
I don't know why anybody wants 2 wives. That's crazy. That's fucking expensive as fuck.
I don't know, makes sense if you're Muhammad living up mostly off your wife's income. Well, then, like, Khadijah was the one that was, like, the badass, like, fucking trader that made all the money. you always make the assumption, Bart, that it's the man that's going to be paying the bills. What if you got two wives paying your bills for you?
I have to put my phone in the phone charger, so give me a minute. All right? Anyway, we got Daniel in the audience. We got Dark Side of the Moon at the top. Let me switch that up. Let me go to this so let me see this. Let me see. Where did I put this? Did I put this under where did I put this under? God, I have so many of these man, I got so many subcategories now under my shit that I save. Oh, why is Sicario so dishonest though? I've noticed that. Like he's super dishonest. He is wild. Like I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. You guys are yelling at me like, no, he's a fucking liar. And I'm like, yo, let's just hear him out. Because I wanted to try to bait them in the room, at least, you know? Because I know none of us are scared of them. Or their polemics because they're trash. Extremely dishonest. Oh, God. Mary was afraid she was gonna get stoned. Women, fucking, remember they stoned women? Not one. Not one time. I'm like, you fucking liar. He's like, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. No, they didn't. During the Maccabee period, the Romans took that power away from them. They didn't have that power. They couldn't just go around and kill people. All that, then what was the whole point of Jesus going in front of Pilate? Like, are you stupid? Stupid? That was wrong with you, bro. To just be denying history. Oh, that didn't happen. Yeah, come on, bro. But sometimes I'm like, yo, I shouldn't even waste my time. But he comes in here. I mean, it's entertaining sometimes to hear them cold. I'm not gonna lie. It's like the best part. No, but nothing's worse than a Christian cult. I'm telling you, man. Not worse than that Christian cult. That Christian cult, you don't know what you're talking about, bro? Oh my God. That shit looks so bad. Especially a lot of these newbies. They be watching a few God Logic or Stan Shamoon. They be coming in with the Sam Shamoon fire, but not with the Sam Shamoon knowledge. That's sad. Like, yo, y'all gotta put that to sleep. Bro, save Shamoon. Let me tell you something. He's got such a catalog, right? He doesn't need to do anything else. Just on his like short run. Just on that short run, like he's made. Holding the shit out of everybody.
Yo, 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 motherfuckers.
Awesome. Yeah, I was really upset. I was really upset when you told me that earlier how they doxed you, man. That shit got me mad.
Yeah, they're fucking bastards, man.
That shit got me upset.
They did some man, they literally made my life hell for 12 months. They went on this hate campaign for 12 solid months. It's just not normal.
What did hubby say about it?
My husband was like, yo, he was like, let them come. He said, I'll fucking jihad them motherfuckers. He said, I will protect my wife and my son. That's what he said. He said, I'll fucking kill him, Muslim or not.
Yeah.
But they made it so bad, Megatron, that I would take my son to college and be sat in the car for 20 minutes having a fucking panic attack. That's how bad it was. I couldn't breathe. I was like that for 6-7 months.
Yeah. All for online bullshit?
Megaton, I went into my son's college, right? I sounded like a maniac. I went in the college, I was saying, what security measures have you got in place? Can people get in here without security, like student badges and stuff, yeah? I said, I was going through the ringer with the college, like making sure they had tight security in the college. That's how fucking paranoid they got me.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
And the fucked up thing about it is, like, my husband's a Muslim, right? And he said he said if you was like blaspheming or you was insulting the prophet, he said, I get it. He said, but you didn't. You just went back and forth with scripture. You're just talking about scripture. And because I was talking, my husband was there through most of these debates. So even my husband said, you've done nothing wrong. In fact, he told me, he taught me some of the Quranic verses and the hadiths. When he says these Muslims say certain things, he said, give them this hadith or give them this Quranic verse. He said, 9 times out of 10, if they're decent Muslims, you'll give them that verse and they'll shut the fuck up. He said, if they don't, then they're going to take the sin if you do insult them.
That's wild.
I got messages, they was threatening to rape me, threatening to fucking
I got
behead
plywood
me,
in
my son,
those
it was
things.
crazy.
Don't put any in those bays. No, I'm just letting you know that whole wall is plywood. If there's plywoods in your way, just move it out of the way. I just put it there because. Yeah, well.
But one good thing is, even though I'm a Christian and my husband's a Muslim, he's not going to take another Muslim side just because he's a Muslim brother or sister. He said, I will kill someone for my wife and my son. So I'm lucky, man. He will protect us.
That's some online bullshit. You know? That's insane. But that's all they want to do, intimidate you so that you don't, so that they get more. I mean, that's a horrible way to get followers, right?
I mean, I'm a woman as well. I mean, you imagine, like, why would you do that? Look, the thing is, all scripture, is open for debate. If it's in the book and you can buy it, you can read it, you can talk about it. Just because you're talking about it, I mean, it's like you cannot say nothing about their scripture without them going personal and digging information and, you know, doing all sorts of shit. Do you know what they did? Listen to this. They even tried to call child services, trying to tell child services that I'm neglecting my son. Do you know what they told them? Her son's 18 as an adult. That's how low they went. They're fucking not normal. They're fucking not wired right.
That's the shit atheists do. Atheists do shit like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that because I've not known an atheist to do that to me. But
oh my god, I learned that from the. First of all, I would never do that. I believe in karma, and I would never do that. Plus, not for nothing. People come to work here all the time. And I have their all their information, license. No, not once in my life have I ever thought to use someone's information like that.
Do you know the funniest thing is I don't even hate Norman. Do you know what I did, Megatron? I prayed for them. I prayed for them. I didn't hate them. I didn't, you know, think bad or thinking out, you know, karma or vengeance. I wasn't thinking of revenge. I just prayed for them. They need God. That's it.
Well, I think it's gonna happen to them worse. Because they put that, you know, they put that energy out into the world. You know, once you do that, you can't take that back. You know, it's just like when you say something really mean to somebody, that you can't take that back. So
that's why I say to people on any social media, don't put your pictures out there. Do not put personal information or say too much on there about your location, pictures, emails, numbers. Be really careful what you're doing because that was the mistake I did. I gave someone my number. Do you know what I mean? So you have to be really careful what you put out there. Never put a picture. I mean, I can remember on TikTok I had an actual picture of me. They was putting my picture in AI and making vulgar, disgusting pictures circulating on TikTok of AI pictures of me.
wow, you must
That
really
was just not normal. Listen, they hated me on TikTok. They despised me.
You must have been really popular.
I was. I had fucking thousands of followers.
That's fucking dope.
Bonjour, Alam. There's nothing better than the now. The all is the now.
And then you met me. You met the villain on Club. You met the ultimate villain on Clubhouse.
That's why I like
God.
I'm a villain as well, man.
Yeah.
You know, you both have what they call magnetism.
But you know what, Megatron? Listen, bro. They don't like me and they don't like you because we talk and they don't like it. And do you know
because
what?
You have powerful magnetism. Do you know what magnetism is?
Oh, yes, of course. But you can go over it if you want.
Yeah. Let us know about magnetism.
The habitual use of magnetism usually puts the subject who abandons himself to it at the mercy of the magnetizer. When communication is well established and the magnetizer can produce at will slumber, insensibility, catalepsy, and so on, it will only require a little further effort to bring on death. We have been told, as an actual fact, a story whose authenticity we will not altogether guarantee. We are about to repeat it because it may
your
be true.
magnetism is turned around the wrong way.
Certain persons who doubted both religion and magnetism of that incredulous class which is ready for all superstitions and all fanaticisms, and persuaded a poor girl to submit to their experiments for a fee. This girl was of impressionable and nervous nature, fatigued, moreover, by the excesses of a life which had been more irregular. because she was already disgusted with existence. They put her to sleep, bade her see. She weeps and struggles.
Oh, God.
They speak to her of God. She trembles in every limb. No, said she.
Right, enough now.
Oh, he frightens me. I will not look at him. I will not listen to him. What do you see? I should not know how to say it. Oh, for pity's sake, awaken me. No, look and say what you see. I see a black night in which whirl sparks of every color unto great ever-rolling eyes. From these eyes lead rays whose spiral walls fill space. Oh, it hurts me.
My
Wake
God, that's
me.
it. I think you've had a bit too much now. Enough.
No, look. Where do you wish me to look now? Look into paradise. No, I cannot climb there. The great night pushes me back. I always fall back. Very well then, look into hell. Here the sleep-waker became convulsively agitated. No, no, she cried, sobbing, I will
Oh,
not.
my God.
I
voice
shall
in my
be
ears,
giddy,
man.
I should fall. Hold me back. No, descend. Where do you want me to descend? Into hell. But it is horrible. No, no.
Oh, my God.
What in the
you're
world
over
is
my
No,
ears.
this?
we're not.
Oh
Go
my
there,
God.
go there. Master!
He's not letting me. Kick him out. Kick him
Go
out.
there, it is my will. The features of the
Jackson,
sleep
you're a mod.
become
Yeah,
terrible
hold on,
to
hold
behold.
on.
He's not letting me kick him
Her
out.
hair
Hold on.
stands on end, her a wide open
Let me
voice.
lower him. Let me just put him in the audience. Yeah.
I've just put him in the audience. It wouldn't let me move him to the audience before.
No, yeah, because you have to put hand raising on. Didn't have it on before because the room. I usually leave it open when the room starts. Oh my God.
That was something else. Megatron, oh my God.
He doesn't shut up sometimes. He does it until it annoys the shit out of us. That is part of the game. Which I'm okay with.
No, well, I didn't even understand what that was about. What is magnetism?
I don't know. I just sometimes maybe he has something to say. I mean, a lot of times he's got something to say. I don't know. You know, he does his thing. He likes it that I don't mind him recording me. And some of the shit I say is so controversial. I don't know how it's on YouTube.
Wait a second, was that, what's his name?
John.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What is up with him?
He sounds like he's been on too much amphetamines, man.
He's on something, that's for sure.
I think it's creatine.
Yeah.
I bet it's creatine. He's probably sniffing it.
Yeah,
it could be that, or it could be that, or it could be or Viagra, maybe. I don't know.
Do you know the Christians? Do you know Sam Shamoon, God Logic, and a few others? Do you know they've had threats from Muslims saying you are going to die and be an example to the world soon.
Yeah, he cried. Remember when he cried online?
Yeah. And Sam Shamoon had a visit from the FBI saying that Muslims in, I think it was New York, he did a video about it on YouTube. He spoke about it on YouTube, Sam Shamoon, and saying that Muslims was threatening to do things to him. So they're being watched by the FBI in New York. They're watching every move they're making. I mean, fighting so hard for a religion that's fake and a prophet that never even existed. Well, it existed, but you want a prophet. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's a religion of peace.
Yes, it is. How dare you guys, you Islamophobes?
Yeah, I am an Islamophobe. And what?
How dare you say or speak against the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam?
If you don't
I
say
it like
it's,
that on purpose. say it like that on purpose.
Yeah, but I like it.
If you don't agree it's peaceful, they might threaten you.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
I'm kind of offended, I'm not gonna lie, but it's what it is. Saxon, why do you feel that way?
Yeah, what?
They've threatened me. They threatened to dox me. That's what we're talking about. They threatened to dox me. Because I talk online.
Make up punish them.
Make a what?
No, I'm not an Islamophobe. Is it Chief? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Chief.
The thing is when we talk about scripture and you're having an open dialogue about any scripture, whether it be Christianity or going back and forth from Islam, Christianity, trying to disprove each other's religion, they take things so personal.
Someone here mentioned it, I mean, they're just online freaks. Don't take it. Don't let them, how do I say it? Don't let them affect your judgment. I mean, I'm Muslim.
Oh, don't take the threat serious.
No, by all means take the threat serious because people are really that weird, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm talking like don't let it judge, like just cloud your judgment on Muslims. I don't know, I'm Muslim.
Oh, sure.
I meet the worst of Muslims on this app, to be honest.
You know, one of the Muslims that gave me so much shit on TikTok, when I rang the police about them, they wouldn't go into too much information, but the police was taking it very seriously because they said that something came up in this person's individual's background check. So I reckon there was known to the police or being watched by some sort of terrorist organisation because the police took it very seriously what they was doing. And the fact that something came back on them that flagged, they saw as a red flag on the police database, that speaks volumes to me.
No, it does, absolutely. You mentioned your husband or your boyfriend is a Muslim.
Yeah, my husband did, yeah.
Would you speak about the Prophet like that in front of him? Does he mind it?
This is the thing.
What did we say about the Prophet?
Yeah.
What did we say?
What's going on?
It just sounded like you were mocking the Prophet.
Who gives a
Well,
fuck?
well, tell us what we said.
No,
Tell us what we said.
I'm just having a conversation, you know.
No, I'm just saying. Tell us what we said. That's a big accusation. That's the reason why we're in this shit that we're in, because you come in after 2 minutes, make comments like that. So what is it that we said? Speak up and push your chest out too when you say it.
I have no reason to push nothing out. I was just, the reason I spoke is because I heard mocking of the Prophet and I was just confused.
But what did we say? What did we say? What were we mocking? The third time I asked you, and the third time you said it.
He was mocking the Prophet. So
What did I say?
I'm saying, no. So when we said that we believe that is a false prophet,
Brother,
the
we
religion
don't
of Islam
mock
is
the
a false
Prophet in
religion,
here
how
at
is
all.
that mocking?
No,
You
that's
don't
What
mock
did I
the
say?
Prophet.
that's not the mocking part. Like, you can say that's fine. And then maybe
That's all that was said though.
and then Megan was like, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
It
Like,
says swalla lay walehi wasalam. That's giving him peace and blessings is mocking him. You gotta be out of your fucking mind.
well, I'm not attacking you, I'm just asking why.
You said it 4 times, and you're saying I'm sending him pieces and blessings, and that's mocking the Prophet. Do you realize what you just said?
You mocked him and then she laughed along with you and then you laughed with her as well.
Yeah, because he didn't say it correctly.
I'm not here, like I said, I'm not here attacking. I'm simply asking, like, if you don't need to get defensive. You're entitled.
Well, this is the reason why, because there's people like you that come out of left field. You say dumb shit, like you just said, and it puts us in a fucking uncomfortable position. You know, we're not. So, do yourself a favor and apologize and take it back, because honestly, you're part of it. You're part of the fucking problem that we're having here. Little shit like this, you're trying to be cool guy, and little shit like this gets us into problems. So it would be nice if you didn't say shit like that. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I didn't say anything, I asked a question.
You You said I was mocking the prophet, and you said it 4 times, and then you didn't say what
I think he said he heard. He thought he heard that. But he
thought he heard it.
Well, maybe I can further the question along. Like, let me ask you, Chief, is there a problem with mocking a human being? Is there
a problem with mocking a
you
human being?
sincerely believe that somebody's an awful person? Is there something wrong with mocking them?
No, absolutely not. Everyone's entitled to say as they please. But I'm also entitled to question. I'm not, like I said, I'm not here attacking or judging. I'm just asking why he felt that way.
Oh, so would you like to know why? Like, let's just assume for a second he was being mocked. Like, Mohammed, do you want to know why? Do you think we don't have reasons for that? You think it's like without reason?
I don't listen. I don't think anything. I'm simply trying to find out what you think.
Well, okay. Well, I'm just saying, but could there be a reason? Did you think somebody may have a good reason to mock him?
I have no idea. That's what I'm trying to
So you don't have an idea?
Yeah.
So do you not know anything about Muhammad?
I mean, it's less about Muhammad. I think that this is the thing: is there's a tendency of Muslims to equivocate the Arabic language, any sort of culture that leans, majority Islamic, with the Prophet, right? What Barth was doing was basically mocking the rhythm of the Arabic language, right? He wasn't mocking the Prophet. So, is Muhammad the Arabic language? No. So there was no prophet mocking going on.
Fair enough.
I mean,
But do you think it's possible that somebody would have justified reasons to mock Muhammad?
In my view, like I said, I respect all opinions. I simply just question the opinion. I don't really think about if it's justified or not. That's none of my business.
Well, it seems like really strange to say something like, I don't know, I'm wondering why you're mocking the prophet, right? And it seems to me that there's like an implication there that if you're wondering why somebody was mocking him, that you may have some sort of feeling that there's some conditions in where that's wrong to do so. And then when I ask you, like, why do you think there's some condition? You say, well, people are entitled to their own opinions. So if that was true, then why would you even ask them? If that was true and you didn't really feel that way, why would you even ask them why they're mocking him?
I mean, I was listening.
You're indifferent.
So are you asking me to answer, or are you telling me a statement?
Well, I spoke to you and I said, hey, it seems like you're not just saying people are entitled to their own opinion. I said, it seems like your question implied something. Was I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong. I just emphasize that anyone can say whatever they want about any religion or their prophets, and I'm entitled to question why they say their opinions.
Well, of course you're entitled to question why, but it seems like if you question why, it's because either A, you're just genuinely curious, or B, you don't think Muhammad was somebody that ought to be mocked. Which of those camps do you fall in?
I'm genuinely curious.
Okay. So you're not a follower of Islam?
I am a Muslim.
Okay. So do you think Muhammad was a good guy?
I never met the guy. I know he's a prophet. I never met the guy. All I know is that he's a prophet.
Do you have a view in any direction whether you think Muhammad was a good person or not? It seems to me that implied in Islam you would sort of need to think that.
Well,
because you're commanded to follow his example, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a prophet.
Okay, so we can agree then that you do think he was a good guy.
I don't know. Good guy, bad guy is very objective. Like I said.
So you think God? So you don't know if God commands you to follow somebody. Under your view, God could be commanding you to follow bad people. Because you said you don't know if he was a good guy.
Well, he doesn't know. He said because he never met him.
I don't think Tim is interested.
It's a good response, actually.
I don't think Tim is interested in a conversation.
Well, to be honest, Chief, do you know when Muslims are mocking Jesus, which they do it on a daily basis, by the way, then their religions are going to get mocked as well. But given that, when you mentioned about do I say what I say in front of my husband, I've got no reason to say things in front of my husband, and I'll tell you why. Because my husband respects me, he respects Jesus, and he respects what I believe in. That's the difference.
Jackson, have you ever met? Okay, so Muslims believe that Jesus was a prophet, and you're suggesting that they mock a prophet.
They mock Jesus. They call him 3-in-1 shampoo. They're saying Jesus is breastfed. They're completely blasphemous.
They make fun of him because they say, "Oh, he had to poop and pee." And how silly!
Yeah.
What kind of God would poop and pee?
Yeah, you're proposing a double standard, Chief. You're saying, well, it's okay for them to mock it because they're mocking a Christian conception of Christ.
Anything's okay. I think it was.
Actually, you started to say that's different. I heard you say it's different because it's a conception of Christ. And I'm pointing out, if you want to make that distinction, one could make that distinction when mocking Muhammad and saying that they're mocking the Islamic perception of Muhammad.
So thank you. Listen, Saxon. I think what Muslims mock is the concept of Catholicism rather than Jesus.
Yes, so Chief, that's exactly what I just said. So thank you for confirming it again. So if you're trying to defend mocking it because it's a Kafir conception, then Christians would be justified in mocking Muhammad because of the Islamic conception of Muhammad.
Well, the same way it hurts. If Muslims feel hurt when Muhammad is being mocked, we feel hurt when Jesus is being mocked. You know, in our eyes, I mean, to be honest, I love Jesus more than my husband. I love Jesus more than my own son. I love Jesus more than my entire family, more than my own life.
Well,
so to mock him.
No one cares about his like, forget those people.
So, yeah, but still, it's still very personal to me. So.
No, absolutely, as it should. I'm just saying, those people you get put them to the side. I just came here to ask questions, and just to clarify that again, it would be contradictory to mock a prophet they believe in. Like I said, they more mock the concept of Christianity.
Yeah,
So if it's okay to mock the concept of Christianity, why wouldn't it be okay to mock the concept? Well, why are you making this distinction all the time? Like, you condemn mocking Jesus as a prophet because he's a prophet in your religion, and then you say, but they're just mocking Christianity. So if you're going to take that position, then one could mock Islam.
I didn't take that position. I don't take any.
Well, then why do you keep making this distinction if they're both wrong?
So you're suggesting because I'm making a distinction, I'm taking a moral position.
You are taking a moral position when you say but.
That's your assumption.
No, that's English.
No,
You're just full of double
you're not
talk.
even using English grammar.
You're just full of double talks, right? You're full of like, oh, I'm not saying that, but then you make all these implications. Then you say, oh, I'm not saying that, but then you make another imply, right? Like every time you make an implication, whether you're not saying it directly, you're just saying it indirectly.
Right? I think that's just your assumption. I'm very.
I'm listening very carefully to your words.
When you say you're making
Very
an assumption,
carefully.
Mossad, you know what Mossad's gonna make? No, Tim, let me just. Mossad is gonna make an app where they're gonna make the safety thing, but we're just gonna sit here, and it's just gonna be a bot, and it's gonna be a bot mocking Muhammad all day long on social media. And what's gonna happen is they're gonna bait every single last one of you jihadists. That's all they're gonna do is just mock him and just bait you guys. Mock him and bait you. Mock you and bait you. And eventually, what's gonna happen is all of you guys are gonna expose yourselves.
No, it's okay, Chief.
I can't wait for Mossad to make this bot.
No, you're being unfair, Megatron, because Chief already said he doesn't have a problem with that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna call Mossad tonight. I'm gonna make him
You guys, I understand what this is about. I thought this was like an intellectual debate about religion, but I think you guys have other issues.
No. Listen, you have any questions about Christianity, any contradictions, anything?
No, the problem, Chief, is you don't have a consistent position. On the one hand, you say it's okay, and on the one hand, you say it's not okay. I mean, it's one or the other.
Like I said, I'm I can't emphasize this enough, but I'm not really concerned with what's okay and what isn't okay, or what's moral and what's immoral.
Oh, okay.
I don't really get into those conversations.
Okay, that's fair.
I like to make distinctions and clarifications. You get me?
Okay, that's fine.
You're more, like I said, like you're more than welcome to mock anything. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you're such an ignorant, arrogant man. I'm not gonna do that. You're a free
Yeah,
man.
except you literally said one shouldn't mock a prophet, but we'll see now you're taking that back. That's fine.
I said that you shouldn't mock him.
Yeah, exactly. And now you're just saying you're not concerned about right and wrong. You're not concerned about whether it's okay or not okay.
I think you're confused.
No, you just didn't finish explaining that you're not about whether it's okay or not okay.
Naturally, if you kept up with the conversation, you did like made a lot of assumptions and talked over me.
No, I'm literally listening to your words, and I'm repeating word for word what you said. You literally said, I'm not about whether it's okay or not okay. You didn't just say that?
You're doing that again.
Well, just tell me, am I wrong or am I right?
You are wrong.
Okay, well then correct me. What did you say then if you didn't say that?
I see, I would love to, but I feel like, again, you're not interested in the conversation.
Yeah, I'm very interested because I literally heard you say that, and that's why I was very careful to repeat exactly what you said, but now you're telling me I got it wrong. But you won't tell me how you got it wrong. I understand this word game you're playing. I'm not interested in playing word games.
Where are you from, Chief, if you don't mind me asking?
Thank you for changing the conversation. I'm from England.
So are you, what's your ethnicity, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to give it to me.
No, I don't mind. I'm North African.
North African, from where?
From Algeria.
Oh, okay. And my husband's from Tunisia.
Right.
But I forgot what I was going to say. So you was born into Islam?
Yeah, of course.
You don't even look like
of course.
Algerian, to be honest. You look more English. Why?
I mean, Algerians are very, ethnically diverse. We have Arabs, Berbers, Tuareg, and we come in different shades and colors, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, we believe you. We believe you. Most Muslims are really honest. We really
It's got a little bit of that colonizer going on in there.
Would it be mocking? Would it be mocking to say Muhammad's a false prophet?
Yeah, I had a quick question. I'm sorry to jump in here, but what do you guys think about I'm Muslim, by the way, but what do you guys think about discussing the criteria for truth before anything? So, we could talk about, for example,
we can talk about that later.
This, or the Prophet Muhammad was this, or Quran is this, the Bible is this. But what do you think about before all that? We discuss the criteria.
We can talk about we don't talk about theories of truth.
I mean, it's not a bad idea because if you ask,
it's a horrible idea.
Well, because if you ask, for example,
horrible idea.
Awful idea.
Is it better to shove somebody to the side of the road or
really I'll give you
to let them walk by?
It's a really bad idea.
I'll tell you why I think it's a good idea. I think so. For example, we all Christians, Muslims, Jews, anybody who's a monotheist, we essentially believe that if there's a religion with
Look, don't burn your script. What are you doing? We were just told you we're not interested. It's like you're a salesman here that you want to sell your product. We already don't want any of it. You understand?
Exactly. I appreciate it, man. Well, maybe I'll get some sales training from you later on, but
brother, do you understand what I mean, though? Is that what
We're not interested in your truth. You believe in a religion with corrupted scriptures. You believe in a religion with corrupted scriptures. We don't want your truth.
We're already well versed in the theories of truth. We don't need yours.
Yes.
So, actually, you know what?
We're very philosophically inclined here.
What does it really mean to be true?
Yeah, you're in the wrong room to run this.
That's not what I meant.
Johnny. That's what
That's
you're
not
not
what I
doing.
meant.
Yeah, dude, you're desperate to run the script. Let's just let him. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to hear the script.
Let's hear the script down.
I want to hear the script. Give us the truth. Go on, give us the truth.
What's the
No.
Hold on. What page are you on? What page are you on? Did you get to page 2 yet, or what page are you on?
Page
46. All right, let's get
Start at page 46. We're already to 40. Do you want to go back to 40?
Is this Socratic dialogue, or do you just deliberate play?
What do you think?
Are you going to be asking us questions?
I'm getting ready. Get ready.
Come on, guys, don't overload me with all the talking, please.
I just want to know if we're going to get. It's true. Is he going to do Socratic? Is he going to start talking about us and then starting asking us questions about our epistemic views?
Guys, leave me alone. Stop bullying. Okay, anyways, guys. So basically, back to the discussion points that I actually think, I'm not trying to sound kumbaya here, but Muslims, Christians, Jews, whenever we get into a discussion, we start with differences. The problem with that, logically speaking, is that if there's no framework, no common ground, no criteria for truth, then the discussion ends up just being going. It goes in all kinds of directions.
Wow, that's fucking deep. That is so deep. Right, that's the claim. Wow, that's the claim. Do you realize that? Wow.
Hey,
That was such. What enlighten us?
Do you know Regal? Regal? He says the same shit.
Daniel, Daniel, are you shitting your pants right now with the intellectual level here going on?
Hey, man.
Like, everything's falling apart around me.
I did not let him finish.
No.
It's because we've heard all this before, Chief, that's why.
Hey, listen.
Well,
No Brits allowed in
I
this
feel like
discussion.
you guys are competent adults and you're capable of conversation.
We're very confident.
Exactly. Competent adults don't need to be told about something that they already know about over and over again, right? They would just say, hey, I got that. We don't need to let's move on. That's what competent people do, Chief. Competent people don't just allow people to just yap on over nothing that they don't need to hear.
I think the reason why
We're insecure. Let me guess.
Let me just tell you. Hey, this insecure consists of H2O.
Yeah, we're insecure.
Two hydrogen molecules and one
we don't have
oxygen
truth?
molecule.
Yeah, we know all the
The
answers.
problem is people don't understand that. They just don't understand that.
You guys are just insecure.
Would you
Again.
guys behave like this in real
Why
life?
did they
Yes.
No, I don't.
I know you don't because we live in a similar country.
I definitely do.
These guys.
I live in New York.
Can you imagine that, Megatron? He just said he lives in a country where they literally Muslims be moving gangs and they don't let people do that. And he's telling us that we live in a weird country. But his country allows fucking Muslims to rape 13-year-olds and not even be in trouble for it. Get the fuck out.
You know about that, Chief?
Yeah, guys, it's not
Chief, what is it? Paranoid? You can't take it. How do you think we talk?
Can't take the heat.
Listen, look, you want to fucking know how we talk to each other in the fucking
Why
here?
do you think the American
We have to
government
fucking, this is not the way we talk to
why
each
do you
other
think
here.
the American government letter is really pedo? Pretty fleet
You
Israel.
fucking-
Anybody know why?
Dude, you're gonna get
I don't
thrown the
care.
fuck out of. You can shut the fuck up.
Dude,
We don't care
yeah,
about that
literally,
shit.
you're talking about the American government versus like the government of the UK when the fucking UK has fucking what's this fucking Mendelssohn or whatever and fucking Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is just an elite problem. It's not an American government problem.
Do you know who Tom Alexander is? Does everyone know who that is?
Bro, if you start talking about Epstein, then you're condemning your own religion.
I'm not talking about Epstein. I'm talking about Tom Alexander.
I'm waiting for you to bring that up.
I notice Christians love to attack Islam, but you'll never attack Judaism. You'll never attack Israel. I think it's very interesting.
Come on.
I love Israel. I love Israel.
Listen, I don't support Israel, man. You cannot be a Christian and be pro-Zionism. I'm sorry, no.
So why do I only hear Christians only talk about
We're the real Zionists.
others, right? There's a reason.
Let's
just get back to your stupid little script you got about.
Yeah, I think it's true. Yeah, let's get to the truth.
Let's drop some more groundbreaking knowledge for us.
Yeah, truth bombs.
I know you live. I know
some
you live
truth
in a
bombs.
basement.
Nobody gives a fuck about your meta, dude. Nobody gives a fuck about your meta. Nobody gives a fuck about your.
That part of your truth, personal attacks. Let's get to the script.
See here, I got. How many? Eight.
He lost his place. Find your place again. Everybody got one big breath. Find your place in your script.
That's it. That's all he's got.
Find your place in your script. We'll give you a moment.
Why
Take a
don't you
deep
get one?
breath.
Get one of you.
Take a
one
big
of you
deep breath and
idiots
find your script.
Is this
It's
John?
gonna be me and you. Just me and you, cuz.
Okay, who is it? Megatron?
I'll set it off. Yeah, I'll set it off. I'll set it off.
I mean, he's obviously programmed for
Okay, now Cora's
If
talking.
you really want to fuck him up, you could let the post-theist perennialist talk to him. You wouldn't know what the fuck to say. So there.
Yeah. So you want me to start? I'll start.
I'm so confused because I don't know if you guys are Christians or atheists. You guys sound more like atheists to me. me.
What's your theory
definitely.
of confusion? Maybe you could give us your theory of confusion.
Oh, did he leave?
He left on his own.
Told
I
you.
don't know.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
I was going to say, I'm a Christian man. I worship a Jew.
And I'm the post-theist perennialist, which he doesn't know what the fuck it is, so he just reverts to like atheist.